I've come up here to the Lake District to Ambleside. It is beautiful up here, absolutely fantastic, full of tourists, like myself. Why I'm up here, behind me, the Old Smithy fish and, I presume, chips. I think that sign might have fallen down. This has actually turned into quite an online sensation because the owner here, he replies to people and he can be a little bit curt and a little bit rude. I'm going to read a couple of them out to you. However, there is a sting in the tail here. There is a sting. Wait until I can finish at the end here. A previous reviewer said these are the best fish and chips in Ambleside. Well, I haven't tried all the best fish and chip, all the fish and chip shops in Ambleside, but if you want quality ones, do not come here. You're such an ignorant. I think I can say that on YouTube. I'm not wasting my time even replying to you. Interestingly, the owner said he's only had one bad review. And that's a fake one. Out of the 22 reviews, 17 are 5 stars, all the other people are giving bad reviews. You sound like a stalker. A stalker, crikey. And yes, we get loads of 5-star reviews. The shop is for sale. Whoa, the shop is for sale. And your point is, business is doing extremely well, and I'm pleased about that. Thanks a lot to you and yet another fill. I'm not sure what that means. Regards, Gary and Sean. The next one. Went here yesterday and had the worst experience of my life. I ordered chips and gravy, and as soon as I swallowed it, came back up. The owner is appalling. Oh, also, he's just put fake review. I've got to say that's one of the nicer replies to me. This one, I can't actually read the whole thing out. Hello everyone reading this. I hope your experience at this restaurant was better than mine. I normally don't give 1-star reviews. However, the chips were raw and gave me a tummy ache after eating them and made me feel sick. Well, why did you eat them? You know, I'll reply for him. Why did you eat them? Why don't you actually bring them back and say, you know, the chips aren't up to standard? If they were raw, you wouldn't eat raw chips, would you? The guy carries on and carries on and carries on. The owner here, Gary, says, firstly, you. Secondly, you. And finally, you. Nobody who's ever eaten our restaurant has said anything about having any food issues. And it's not up to a good standard. I'm not going to carry on reading it. You can't really reply like that. You know, as the owner, you shouldn't reply like that because you're just going to get loads of other people just coming in, and that's what's happened. It was too expensive. Eating area was not clean. In fact, it was disgusting. He's come back. Thank you for your review, but if it's too expensive for you, then why did you order anything? And you can off, and so on and so on. Look, as an owner, you shouldn't actually be going back there and really being that direct and that rude to people, especially if they're trying to give you constructive criticism. However, what I've also heard is people actually putting fake reviews up. People on social media who's got TikTok channels are saying, right, let's just have a laugh here and let's actually put a bad review up and let's hopefully get a real bad response. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Well, you're a couple of things. One, you're a muppet if you're doing that, and two, you're a troll. And that is fact, you're a troll. If you have done that, take it down, because that is out of order. And I'll tell you why I think it's out of order. These people are trying to make a living. You know, they're trying to make a living. It's not easy, and it's definitely not easy in sort of our economic climate here to make a profit. And think of the stress you're putting these owners under. Now, from my point of view, I'm going to come here, I'm going to try the fish and chips, and I'll give you an honest review. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think. However, don't start putting fake reviews up. That is disgraceful. And I am angry about that. I do feel sorry for them. But again, it's about the quality. So Gary and Sean, I really hope they are very, very good. By the way, Gary, you get a plus 0.1 because your name is a fantastic name. Okay, you don't get a 0.1 just because you have a great name. As always, let's give it a go. And my fingers are really crossed here. Come on, the Old Smithy. Come on, Smithy. Hi there. Can I order your regular fish and chips, please?
Yeah.
What is that? That haddock? That's absolutely brilliant, thank you. Really interested. 6-ounce battered haggis.
Yeah.
I'll have one of them. Oh, yes. Is it a good one?
Apparently so.
Excellent,
Gary
good
likes
stuff.
it.
Okay, that's good stuff. I'll have a gravy,
Yeah.
curry sauce,
Yeah.
mushy peas,
Yeah.
and a bread roll, please. Brilliant sauce. And can I? Yeah, I'll have 2 drinks there, and I can have a bit of butter on the roll there as well. That's great stuff. Okay. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, thank you. It's arrived. Nothing's cooked in beef dripping here, so yep, vegetarians, you'll be happy. I'm also happy myself. Take a look at the size of the portion of the chips there. Plenty to go around, absolutely no doubts about that. And then on this side, you have the haddock. First impressions again. Nice piece of haddock. Can't believe how many chips are there. Whoa. Take a look here. The haggis. I wasn't expecting it to be that big, I've got to be honest. That is absolutely huge. Gravy, curry sauce, mushy peas, and is it buttered? It's buttered. Perfect. Let's just put some salt and vinegar and salt on the chips. Let's not go too mad, but I want to start with the haddock. No, I'm not. I'm going to start with a chip. It's raw. Of course it's not raw. Nice chips. All different sizes there. Cooked well. Portion wise. Yeah. They're just nice chips. I have no issue on that. I'm going to turn the plate around so you can see the haddock. Crispy, to say the least. Let's pick it up. Let's just pick it up so you can see. So we've got the haddock in there. Oh yeah, nice portion of haddock. Batter is over the top greasy. Of course it's going to be greasy. It's just come out of a deep fat fryer, but it's certainly not over the top greasy. I just want to try the haddock on its own first of all. See the nice flakes on the haddock. Oh. Whoa. You just heard them there. Someone's come in, ordered 3 rounds of cod and chips. No one does cod around here. Everyone does haddock. The haddock is beautiful. That's very nice. I've got to tell you, very nice. Beautiful flakes. Whoa, that is very tasty. Very nice. I'm going to try it with some batter. I don't know where everyone's getting this, but these aren't good fish and chips. Are they the best I've had? No. I can tell you straight away, they're not the best I've had. The likes of Georgia Greens, that is different level. But then again, that is cooked in beef dripping, isn't it? Nice batter. The batter itself, it's crispy. The fish has been nicely damped down. So again, if you take a look there, there's no water. So it's not water resistant there. I'm going to go through all these chips. Yeah, I'm telling you, yeah. Some tartar sauce. Hang on, what makes this? Promenade, tomato sauce, tartar sauce. Obviously it's mass produced, so it's not made in-house, but again, regular fish and chip shop, you're not expecting that. Promenade, you're very tasty. Very nice. Dive in curry sauce first. Clings to the chip quite nicely. I like that. Yeah, it's got a little bit of a, it's got nice bites and a little bit of texture to it. It's got a kick as well. It's a good curry sauce. Not the best I've ever had, but a good curry sauce. Gravy. Should never be on fish and chips. No, I agree. But I think they should be, they're good with chips. I mean, you have roast potatoes and you have gravy, don't you? So. That's solid gravy. Beef gravy holds on and clings on to the chip nicely enough. Is it the best gravy I've ever had? No. Absolutely nothing wrong with it. Mushy peas. You don't stand a chance with Gary, unfortunately. The connoisseur of mushy peas. First impressions, you've got some whole ones in there. Obviously, they're being mushed down as well. No, nothing like that. They're nice. Different textures in there. A little bit of crunch there with some of the peas, and then the other ones, as I say, have been mushed down, but seasoned very nicely. They're okay. Not the best I've ever had, but very, very good. We'll dive into the haggis. First impression on the haggis. You're a big haggis. There's no doubts about that. I'm a little bit surprised. I wasn't expecting haggis in the Lake District. There we go. I'm not going to explain to you what's in a haggis. Google it and decide whether or not you'd like to give it a try yourself. I absolutely adore haggis. It's lovely and peppery. It's kind of a running theme here. Am I blown away by the haggis? No. Do I think it's very good? I think it's very good. Is it on the lower side of being very good? No. This is actually very, very good, as is the haddock, portion of chips. You're not going to complain about that. All the sauces, very good. Nothing here is shouting out to me, complain. Nothing. Has anything here given me the absolute wow factor? No, it hasn't. Can't believe some of the reviews that are online. And this is the bit that gets me is, if you haven't been here, what gives you the right at all to actually complain? What gives you the right? You're a troll. That's what you are. Good. What I'm going to do here, mix and match, share it all up. Have the half each of the roll. I'm going to create a bit of a sandwich. And I'll give my final thoughts outside. I think you know where I'm coming from on this. I'm not blown away. I'm not disappointed in any shape or form. Haggis. Haggis sandwich. Do you make a haggis sandwich? I do. Need chippies. Make some chippies on there. They're not, look at them. They're not, look at my fingers. I'm not there covered in grease. There's a little bit of grease, obviously, but I'm not covered in grease. What do I think of the Old Smithy? I think it's just a good, honest fish and chip shop. If this was at the end of your street, you'd go there. You'd go there, you'd have the fish and chips, and you would say, yeah, I enjoyed them. I really enjoyed them. And I did. I really enjoyed them. I'm going to start there with the haddock. Nicely cooked, nice portion. The portion of chips are absolutely outrageous. They were there. It was all there. I just thought that was good and honest haddock and chips. Simple. And then you have the sauces. The curry sauce, more of a Chinese style sauce. That was really, really tasty. Then I liked the gravy. It clung to the chip really nicely. Had a real beefy flavour to it. So, yep, that was all good. And the mushy peas, they were good as well. Haggis, excellent. Absolutely excellent. Portion-wise, it was all there. The bun was nice as well, and the water, what can I say. For the regular fish and chips, £14.70, which I've got to say is on the expensive side. Now, loads of you are going to say that's too expensive. You've got to bear in mind we're in a major tourist town here as well, so you've got to please bear that in mind. For the haggis, it was £6.60, the gravy £1.75, the curry sauce £1.75, the peas £1.75, the bun £1, the water £1.95, and the can of pop was £1.95 as well. So total of £31.45p. What marks am I going to give it? I think it was okay. I think it's okay. I'm not convinced by all the reviews online which are super negative. I'm giving it a solid 7 out of 10. I'm giving it a 7 out of 10, and I think that's what it deserves. I'll tell you what I'm going to try and do here. Okay, I'm going to try, and if this goes a little bit wrong and that's the end of the video, then you know it didn't work. But I'm going to try and go in and have a conversation with the owner, Gary. I'm going to try and have a little word with him and get sort of his feelings on everything. If that doesn't work, by the way, if you could like and subscribe to the channel, you know I always appreciate it. Until next time, hopefully you'll have a chat with me. So come with me, come. Not sure I've ever tried doing this before, so I'm not sure it's going to work. Bum, bum, bum. Hi there. You Gary?
Yeah.
Hello, I'm Gary as well.
Right.
Okay, I've got sort of a food channel there and on YouTube. You've got 2 minutes to have a chat?
Yeah.
Brilliant stuff. Okay, sorry. Let me just come over there. Listen, I saw some reviews online, okay, and people are a little bit naughty and a bit aggressive and what have you. However, you're a bit naughty and aggressive coming back to them, what have you.
Yeah.
I know it's slightly awkward sometimes where people are really having a go at you, but it's just my opinion. Okay, if you're giving it real heavy back to them, you're just fueling the flames. And I know it's just my opinion. I know it's probably a bit of frustration, is it?
I've been told it's not professional. It is frustrating because it's sometimes, in fact, most of the time, it's not even related to the food. It's something else that they've asked for that we haven't got. We say sorry, no, we haven't, sorry. And they don't like being told no. It's, it's entitled, and then they go online and leave us a one-star review. Sometimes they actually say they're going to leave us a one-star review before they've even left the shop, before they had the food. So how can you do that? It's not about the food. It's about entitled people.
Mm-hmm.
And
just trying to.
Then they go online and slag you off and slay your business and insult you.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I saw one there from a chap who's.
I can't help it when when I see that, and I know it's a genuine person that's been in the shop, and I know exactly who it is. Sometimes I'm not sure if it's just a fake review, because you get them as well.
Yeah.
We've had trolls ever since 2021. Just go on there and leave a review. They've never been in shop, so it's very hard to tell which is a genuine one sometimes.
Yeah.
Because they make it sound genuine.
Well, the one thing I've seen there is I've seen some people online who make it clear that they're actually just putting reviews up there just to get a reaction out of you, and I think they're trolls.
If I spot them, I don't reply to them, but it's very hard. I report them to eBay, but they're not exactly great. eBay getting reviews removed, even if you know it's a fake review. It's very hard to get.
TripAdvisor and all that. You mean?
I don't TripAdvisor anymore. I don't even bother with TripAdvisor that much. Really.
Right. Okay.
Some of them leave them on there.
Okay. Well, listen. I tell you what, I enjoyed it. I thought it was really tasty. So well done to you. And I just thought it was really good. But try not to be too nasty when you're going back. Try and be a nice Gary. And the word you can't use is Muppet, because that's my word.
Oh, right.
I call everyone a Muppet.
Have I used the Muppet word? I don't think I have.
You have once. Yeah, I just called it out. Yeah.
Oh.
Listen, it was really nice meeting you. Thank you very much. I wish you all the very best for the future and what have you. So.
You've just got our normal fish and chips.
No, I actually watched what other people had there, and it was like, whoa, how many chips? Good grief. Listen, very nice to meet you both. Okay, take care, and thank you very much for looking after us. Brilliant stuff. Well, there you have it. It is a little bit frustrating for him. I'm trying to give him a bit of advice not to swear back at people, because he's just going to, as I say, fuel the flames, what have you. If you can like and subscribe to the channel, I always appreciate it. If you've been here, if you could leave a comment in the comment section. And what do you think? What do you think? I think that Gary just needs to tone it back a little bit, because I think by him swearing at people, I think that really helps. And I think these Muppets and trolls who are trolling him, leave him alone. He's just trying to run a business. And I'll tell you what, wasn't bad there, was it? Wasn't bad. Yeah, it was on the pricey side, but it's a good chippy. Until next time, bye-bye. I am glad that worked, because I was actually sweating a little bit there. Bye-bye.